Hi everyone and welcome to this new video tutorial. My name is Jacopo, front-end developer at Nosto, and today I'm going to show you which are the most used programming languages within the most used and most common Nosto templates. And for doing this, I'm gonna use a very simple yet effective slides I prepared for you guys. That is the anatomy of a template. So basically a template is made up by three main programming languages: HTML, CSS, and Apache Velocity. HTML, as most likely you probably know, is a markup language with which we physically create the visual structure of the template. So for example, the placeholder where we inject the image, the typos and paragraph and the spans, the paddings, the spacing, how many elements, and so on. With CSS, that is the style sheet language, we beautify the look and feel of the slots. So we choose the colors, the font weights, the font families, the sizes, and so on. Last but not least, Apache Velocity is what really does the trick. Because with this Java-based template language, we fetch and retrieve the data for the recommendation slot, and we use this data for fill the recommendation slot. So we fetch the product names, the product prices, whether or not our product is discounted, where are the image source URLs, and so on. So let's take a crack at this and let's go back to the template page. For you guys, I've prepared, for the purpose of this video, a very simple template. So I want to tell that I wrote down this template in question of seconds. So it's nothing difficult, I guess. I'm a human after all. And let's analyze this template a little bit. Here we have two variables, max prod. So keep in mind that I invented this name since that the declaration of variable is up to me. I call this max prod, so the maximum amount of product that I want to show, that is 4 in this case. And then I've also declared a counter that I will use in the iteration cycle, that is 0 at the moment. Then we have the CSS block, where I define all the properties for the elements onto the recommendation slot. So the Nosto price, Nosto name, Nosto EMG, Nosto block, and so on. Also here, the classes are named that I've just invented, and you can replace it with what you want. Something very important for you to understand how the recommendation slot is then rendered onto the commerce page, so on your platform, is this hash $d/d. This variable is a mix of CSS, so the hash, and $d/d, which contains the name, once the template is rendered on the recommendation slot, of the recommendation slot itself. So for example, if this template will be applied on this personalized recommendation on the front page, and this slot has as an ID front page Nosto1, when this template will be rendered in the end onto your page, will be something like this. You see what I mean? Very important. This is because we want to be safe that these properties will be applied only into this recommendation ID, so that will not affect in case there will be other Nosto recommendation slots. Let's go down a little bit more, and here we found a piece of HTML combined with some Apache Velocity. So after I've opened a container, a div, which has a width of 100%, I started an iteration cycle with which I fetch all the product information within the array products. The array products contains all the information of the product that are in the recommendation slot where this template will be applied. So for example, for this slot, all the products that will be within the array products will be the best sellers. Again, I've also created an if condition where I check that the counter that I'm gonna increase here of one position at each cycle of the iteration is not greater than max prod, that is 4. This is for showing not more than 4 products in my recommendation slot. And here, the part that is reiterated at each cycle is the Nosto block, as I've called it, just for the purpose of the CSS, which contain an image placeholder with the class NostoIMG, and the source of the image is $product.thumb8. And here we find the product name into a span and the product price into another span with 2 different CSS classes. All these variables you can use within the template can be found just by scrolling on the template page. Here you have tab template variables, and you can look at all the variables you can use within the template and use them as you want. So, if everything will work, now I'm going to preview my template, and ta-da! As I said, 4 products. An image that is here in this preview is always replaced by the Nosto mockup image, the product name, and the product price. May you think that this template is, yes, very simple, but something you want to look and to test yourself into your shop or to improve or use as you wish, you will find this template that we have just seen in this video in the link in the description of this video to my GitHub. So take it and use it as you wish. Should you have further questions, visit our support center at support.nosto.com or drop us a line at support@nosto.com.